Welcome to Rapid Rants, episode 10, the only podcast that cares about our viewers' time enough to run timers on our rants so they stay rapid. We have a special guest host today. That's Sovereign Nature over there on the right side. He's an independent artist. He's also a host for a music review show. He's fantastic. The topics we have for y'all today is the difference between guys posting girls and girls posting guys. Then there's a city called Astana, Kazakhstan. Wait till you hear more about that one. There's also a topic where the benefits of switching to a flip phone. It's an interesting conversation. And the last one is going to be Ophiucuis, which is the new 13th astrology sign, and it's changed everybody's signs, bro. It's crazy. So let's run the first topic.
When guys post girls on Instagram, the post does exponentially better. When girls post guys, the post does way worse.
Oh, 100%.
It's like night and day.
I agree. And I have a theory. I'm sure you do too.
What's your theory?
I think that guys and girls are two different creatures. And I think that girls follow the guys. And when they see him with another girl, they're like, oh, I'm so proud of him. Like, this is awesome.
Good for him.
Guys follow girls. And when they see a girl with a guy, they're like, oh, game over for me.
And it does worse than the girl just posting like a solo pic or a picture with their friends.
And even if a girl thought that way about the guy, they were like, well, it's over for me. I think they would still like it out of spite.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to get in their heads right now.
It's really tough.
I think that was a pretty good analogy.
I think girls are more happy for guys who are in relationships.
I don't like anyone's pictures unless they're like my good friend.
That's the other thing is I think girls like, and I think this is true for our channel, I think girls like more posts than guys do. I watch my girlfriend scroll through TikTok. She likes like every video that she like even marginally watches.
Yeah, I don't like anything.
I don't like anything. I just scroll through unless I want to save it.
Which is bad. You guys should like our videos.
Yeah, you guys should be liking these
what are
videos.
we doing out here?
All right. So I really wanted to use this topic because those were two guys talking about it, just guessing how girls feel about it. So let's hear it from the female's perspective first.
Oh, well, I think, females, if they posting guys, it always ending up like in a speculation. If you're not really straight about it, okay, who is that person? So they're gonna be DMing you, asking like, oh, who's that? Or is that your new guy? Or I didn't know that you had a guy or something like that. And I think like with the other way around, females are like, oh, he has a girlfriend. Oh, that's so cute that he posted her, right? So I think it's more respect for the females. And I think he's sort of right when they say like, okay, she taken so, oh man, I didn't want to see that too, right? So it's a little tricky. That's the thing
about the drama. It's the drama. That's you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. It's like for like how you said, it's like with guys when we ain't trying to play that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, she posted this dude. He ain't me. Whatever. Ain't got time. she's this. She's a hoe. She's whatever. But on the flip side, it's so crazy that to me, I agree with them because it's logical. It makes a whole lot of freaking sense.
No, for sure. And it's there's such a different dynamic from being a male and female, no matter what you're posting on social media in general. But I think that the way the guys respond to girls posting their boyfriends is it's kind of like showing the fantasy world that they live in.
Yeah,
they think that like, oh man, because I like this girl's post and I comment on it. She sees me, she knows me, she's waiting for me to DM her. You know what I mean? and then females, like, I don't know. I think that just by stereotype, you could assume that they're they got an ulterior motive when they keep supporting the guy with the girlfriend or whatever, But
it's the same way as like when you're single, they ain't nowhere to be found. But as soon as you get somebody, they're coming out the woodworks. They're there. They're trying to holler at you.
Maybe that's a method. Maybe because who knows if these are actually her boyfriends. So if she just posts a picture with a guy, maybe her DMs get filled up quicker with like potential suitors.
Yeah, but even nowadays, even if they see there's somebody and there's a space for speculation, who might that person be? Like, literally nowadays, nobody really cares. Even if you have someone, even if you are in a relationship, married or something, you will always have people who don't respect the fact that you literally have someone. Like, especially dudes. Like, even if you're going out somewhere, you see like, okay, you came with that person, you're going to leave with that person, but they still try to holler at you. I don't know how it is for you guys. That would be interesting to know. Like, okay, first, do you post your girl? And then what happens when you do? Like, do the females care, respecting the fact that you have a lady by your side? Or they just literally like don't give a shit?
So man, it depends on how you treat the entire situation, right? For me, for example, I don't put myself in the positions to be seen as the available guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be involved with this podcast called Girls Talk with a Male Perspective. So it was the 3 different chicks and then me.
That's
And
dope.
when I was single, I would always be, I was the entertaining guy, but I would flirt with some of the hosts sometimes and whatever. But as soon as I got my girl, I was like, all right, well, it's been real, but y'all gonna need another guy's perspective. And because I'm not going to disrespect her by being the one flirting and doing that, and I got a lady. That's just not the image that I want to portray. You know what I'm saying? And then they were like, well, you can just come on and just and not. But the people fell in love with me for being that character. You know what I'm saying? It's like now I'm gonna switch it up on them. It ain't worth it to me. So it's
But you can
about
keep up
how
the
you
same
carry.
charisma without flirting, which is what you've done.
Of course, but there is still the like what made my takes the way that they were was I played off of that. I just knew that it would be it's the ladies' man of the thing. When the girls come into the thing, they always it was always that type of thing. And to me, it was like I could reinvent and do it, but then the topics that we were talking about, single people stuff, it was just I'm good. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
hard to relate to.
It switched up the dynamic for me. So it's about when you put yourself in that position, it's easy for that to be seen by other women, so they respect your relationship is that way. But when you're not that way, you're still doing videos. Like that's why I respect Mr. Cooper so much. Shout out to my partner, Mr. Cooper. Like in his music videos, his wife is his leading lady. Every video, you know what I'm saying, that has to do with love. That's what his music is about. Sure. If he was out and had random, video chicks for his ladies or whatever, then it was like,
what's the music really mean? Right.
It opens that door for the BS.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, absolutely. And for me to answer Krishana's question, I've only been like publicly on Instagram for about 1.5 years. I have never received one DM from a female that was like flirtatious or anything like that. I'm sure it's entirely different for females. Is that right?
Yes, of course, you still have like fans or whatever. Even they know the fact you might be taking or like whatever. Some of them, they just don't care. They just offering you like I'll be the better choice. Like drop your man. Like I'll just probably do this. But that's the thing. Like that's another question. Like should you or would you put your stuff like in public, or are you just keeping shit in private? Like
yeah.
And what's so wrong? Like okay, what type of perspective do you have on it? Like keeping things in private, so it's like none of their business, or it's like part of you, and be also like okay, hey, I got someone, I can show that person off because it's a part of my life. So
yeah, but I mean, there's also been studies done that show that like couples that post themselves together less are happier. And I mean, for me and my lady, like we'll post a picture on Facebook or whatever, but we don't feel the need to just constantly blast, oh, like, look at us, we're cute, we're happy. And, and I don't really put it on Instagram because it just doesn't fit my channel. Like
exactly.
My Instagram is professional. That's a personal thing. That's why I, put it on Facebook. But I feel fortunate that I've been in a happy relationship the entire time I have been publicly on social media, because first of all, it's helped me stay focused. If I were single and I were I'd probably have a different kind of brand. You know what I mean? But that it would be more self-centered. It wouldn't be as like publicly appealing. You know what I mean? I think that is a big difference between. It almost helps guys' social media presence when they are in a relationship, and it hurts girls.
I agree. I agree. It just is what it is. And then it's the way that it's promoted in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's promoted to the guys to be Mr. Steal Your Girl, the girls, or I got your man.
Yep. Topic 2.
I don't think you're ready for what I'm about to present in this video. And it all starts in the most unlikely of places. A place they want us to think is nothing but a third world wasteland. But in reality, it's a place fit for a king. Well, maybe not a king, but definitely an angel. 200, as a matter of fact. 200 fallen angels. And while they create propaganda like Borat to keep us from knowing who actually lives here and what this place actually is, I figured it out. I figured out that the top of their pyramid just happens to have a secret meeting chamber with exactly 200 perfectly aligned seats. 200 perfectly aligned seats that just perfectly matches the amount of fallen angels talked about in the Book of Enoch. 200 that just almost perfectly matches the amount of impact craters that, I don't know, could have been caused from heavenly bodies crashing down to Earth. Heavenly bodies whose leader just happens to also be called Lucifer, or the light bearer. The light bearer whose torch is often celebrated across all of the large cities of the world. And maybe this city is also hiding the free energy that they're using, because I've seen these exact buildings associated with the old dirigibles that used to charge from them. But we haven't even talked about the most interesting thing that I found in this city called Astana, which just happens to be an anagram for the word Satan. And it's just down the road from this pyramid. Or should I say, right down the river from this pyramid. And I'm going to take this time and say, all of this is pure speculation. Obviously, there could be other stories here, but too many of them line up to me. Way too many of them. Especially when you see what I found here. And it's what I started this video with. You look at this, and you tell me that doesn't look like some sort of portal. A portal that they might just be using to try to summon some real evil to this place we live. Or maybe even just a prop to propagate their fake summoning of the return of Jesus as a hologram. All I know is there's one thing I definitely know in all of this, is that this movie was created with intention to tell a vision of what this place actually is. Because I would put my money on it that 99% of you have never heard of the city in Kazakhstan called Astana.
So, two things. One, I feel like when they're TikTok videos, we don't have to play them super speed. That's one. Two, it's what blew my mind about this is everything. If you go and look at different media on that place, it's made to seem like the most poor, rundown area. Like Borat, I didn't even realize it was Borat, the same place. I'd seen it on and other things, but to really see what that video is, go on Google Maps. You know what I'm saying, and really look. This place is like a freaking. It is like a haven of great technology, futuristic energy, and it's insane. And of course, all the other, we don't even want to get into the conspiracy, parts of all of it. But
yeah, I did want to mention that part. It is a crazy city, and I looked way more into it beyond that video. But that guy is very much a conspiracy theorist, so he's going to project his own beliefs and things like that onto it. But it's a really weird city, and just like the really rich Middle East city, Dubai, just like Dubai, it popped up out of nowhere. In 1997, when they got their independence, it was a desolate town with like 20 small buildings in it, and it was actually like a refugee city for Romanian refugees. But then they got their independence, they changed their capital to that city, and actually Astana means state capital. But the things that they built, like that pyramid with the table for 200 people or whatever, it's an insane place. And I watched another video, the guy was giving a tour of the city, and like he's walking through that pyramid, and he's the only person in the entire building. Like their staff members kind of walking around, not really doing anything. Apparently, it was originally built to host a convention for religious leaders. There was 200 of them. But there's also, leading to that room, there's pictures of every single major world leader throughout history in every country. There's a lot going on in that city. There's a lot of money in that city, and there's structures that no one's allowed anywhere near that sure look like they could be producing energy and doing all sorts of things, sending signal. It's a really wild city.
So it's prestige, or what is it? I mean, what was the purpose to build this type of, with so many different type of architectures, buildings? Like, okay, so what was the main idea behind it all, to build such a city? Like, that's crazy. I never seen that before. People, I showed it to one of my friends, and he was like, "Where is that?" I was like, yeah, good question. You never
It's in
seen
Central Asia. It's in Central Asia. First of all, I had no idea Kazakhstan was in Central Asia. But I mean, so if the question is why, like you said, why would they do all of this? And also, why are they trying to portray Kazakhstan with movies like Borat as this like desolate, barren country? What are they hiding? That's the biggest question. They got to be hiding something. We know about Dubai. Dubai is a super city that came out of nowhere. They told us about that. They're not keeping that secret. Why is Astana such a secret?
Yeah, good question. I mean, Dubai is like the tourist spot, like number one to go to, higher, brighter, whatsoever. I mean, I've been there once, and everything is made for tourism, right? But you never see advertisement for Kazakhstan like that. So
No.
they must have private investors. They must have, you know, people behind it who just have a vision of building such a city, right? So, but then the question is, what is their intention? Or they try to build it and make it like a tourist spot as well?
No, it's because all of the craziness that's going on in the world. This is the place.
Because
You
it's
know
a
what I'm
Disney
saying?
world, huh? This shit crazy, yeah. But I mean, it's impressive. Like if you see all this, yeah, the structure, the different artifacts they built there, wow. But like I said, I never seen that before.
They also have to be aware that, I mean, this city is ripe for conspiracy theorists. That portal they showed at the end, that big portal, like you see things like that in all over the world or whatever. Like why put that in such plain sight if you don't want people to know what you're doing there? Like or do they want us to speculate? I don't know. It's the fact that this has all popped up in the last 20 years. I don't know. It's a really wild thing, and it's just the beginning of so many questions of what are the powers that be doing that they're hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, my boy says when people vanish, that's where they go. If you're looking for people who like whistleblowers and things of that nature,
Like the Malaysian flight, that all the people on the Malaysian flight are they're in
bro, it's the new Bermuda Triangle, bro. But it's the actual place.
That's where the triangle goes, bro. That's where
Like I'm telling you, it's like a straight up rabbit hole that you're gonna go down if you
Truly.
start doing research on this freaking place. It's insane.
Yeah. And the lack of information is one of the most alarming things that you'll find. I found one American video where a guy toured Astana, and then there's a few other ones where like these guys, I don't know what language they were speaking, it wasn't English, but they're just riding a motorcycle like through it or whatever. But there's no one's talking about it. It's should be a beautiful tourist destination, but no one's going to it. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's in Kazakhstan.
But that's what they want us to think. That's what they want us to think. That's the whole reason for Borat.
Who knows? Maybe they try to, you know, it might be the next Hollywood. Where they shoot all the damn movies and whatsoever.
No, the place isn't meant to be a place for a bunch of tourists. It's literally made so I believe that what they're gonna do, and this is speculation, but I feel like this is where their goal, their big picture is. That's the hub. They're gonna take over everything, and that's where all the elite are. Everybody that's elite, all the people who are at the top of the quote unquote pyramid, they're gonna be the ones living there, and everything around them it's just gonna be their world and their territory.
But interesting would be what type of architects did they have? Like, you know, usually you have architects from all over the world to build like the Burj Khalifa. There was like, you know, the whole world was literally, I think the US, German architects and whosoever was involved into this, right?
That's a good point, because these are architectural feats that they've built in this city and no one's taking credit for it.
I'm trying to tell you. Bro,
What?
It's crazy. Just these are the things that made me think of that the aliens exist.
I was about to aliens build Astana, bro. That no doubt. Don't get me started on aliens. But anyway, topic 3.
Wife and I switched over to flip phones a couple months ago, and I know it sounds crazy, but these things in our hands are addictive, and this has had some massive benefits. Number one is it has massively improved my memory. Fact is, when you don't have a supercomputer in front of you answering life's questions like what are the directions, you actually have to remember things. You have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to use your brain. Number two is it's actually forced us to explore more. Rather than looking something up on Yelp or Google, we just pop in, we shake hands, we get to know people, we just get in and explore the community. That's been a lot of fun. Number three is the lack of connectedness from social media and texting and calling has been so valuable to my health, my work, my family time, etc. When people text you on a flip phone, it sucks to text them back, so you just don't. Number 4 is that when we go home, our kids are no longer trying to pick up screens. Why? Because regardless of what you say, your kids do what you do. So if you want them to do something, you got to walk your talk.
Big facts. Big facts. I'm going first.
Do it.
I'm going first. So this topic is crazy because I see the pros and cons of this, and it all boils down to the responsibility that you take as a person, honestly. Because, like, for example, I was at the doctor's office not too long ago, and when I had to fill out the stuff, I was like, my handwriting is horrible. It felt so weird and foreign to freaking write. So I got a pad, and now I write on my pad once a day, just so writing could feel normal to me, because it's so crazy how I'm like, all we do is text, and and we're on the computers all the time. So things like that, are weird. And I agree that when you're out, every time I'm out at different places, because of what I do, social media, things of that nature, the phone is out, but it's like, oh, I'm one of those people, bro. I am. And that definitely matters. But on the flip side, to be real quick, GPS, no pun intended. GPS, damn a map. GPS is where it's at. There's so many things where we get a lot of things done a lot quicker and a lot more efficient with the help of the phones, camera phones, and things of that nature. So I feel what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? If you're somebody that's living that normal civilian life, hey, by all means, go get your flip. You feel me? But if you're an entrepreneur, you got a business, and you're trying to make moves, social media, where is that, baby?
No doubt, bro. And GPS is the biggest argument against flip phones for me. I use GPS more than I would care to admit. And we were trained. I mean, look, even when I started driving, it was before GPS, but we had MapQuest. We could print out directions. We didn't have to look at a map,
I remember that.
Kushana, do you think you could do it?
Yeah, he told me back then, okay, I think we were traveling to the US, and then he gave me the map. It was like, okay, we were traveling, I think we started in Chicago, then went to Vegas, down south to, I don't know, the way Texas, and then it was St. Louis. And he literally gave me the map and was like, okay, you got to tell me where we have to go, right? So back then it was normal. You had to take a look at the map and be like, okay, at this junction, blah, 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 you got to take direction Frankfurt to whatsoever city. I mean, in the US, it's just east, whatever, southwest, north, right? In the number, in the interstate. So it's more easier. But now, man, I remember certain spots where I was like, okay, at this junction, I need to take this direction, but without Google Maps. Oh.
Mm-hmm. So much pressure.
And there are certain places where I know, like for example, anytime I'm in my hometown or West Palm Beach, like I don't need it, unless I'm going to someone I never met before and I have to go to their place. All right, GPS, get me there. But as far as when I'm there, I got to go to the store, Walmart, mall, movies, here, there. Like, for what? I know all the shortcuts, everything. I don't need it. When I lived in Georgia for a little bit, same thing. Well, at least the areas that I knew of. Like once I'm out of my surrounding area, we GPSing it up. But so I feel like I'm not so sure about it makes you remember things. I feel like you're going to get lost a lot. So of course you're going to have to learn from your mistakes, but I'd rather not make the mistakes.
I would like to know more about what he meant by his memory's been better. Like, what about a smartphone hurts your memory? Is it like, because you can still set reminders in a flip phone and things like that.
That's the thing. Back then, you had all the numbers in mind.
Phone
numbers, mobile numbers. I just only know the house number from my dad now.
I don't know my girl's number by heart.
And my own cell phone number. The rest, I need to look it up. I don't have to know.
I know my cell phone number. I don't know my girl's number by heart. I know my mom's number, thank God. But I don't know. So I agree with that part.
Absolutely. We become so dependent on things that we lose certain abilities that we used to have. And I mean, also the point you brought up about how hard it is to text and everything. Like, first of all, I was the world's fastest texter on a flip phone. I just want to say that it's a point of pride for me, but it's a good point. And like, okay, so Blaze is talking about the difference between an actual like social media influence, somebody who's dependent on social media. what do you think about having a flip phone as your main phone, but then like, you know, you have your smartphone at home or in the car?
Yeah,
so you could separate that.
If I wasn't running a business, multiple businesses, and I was on social media, and you know, then that would be whatever. You know, I edit videos on my phone, I edit pictures on the phone, I freaking, you know, I run the radio station, the TV network. I do a lot of the stuff virtually from the phone. So I have to, you know what I'm saying? Like if I wasn't doing all of that, then I agree. No. I have to, or I ain't gonna make the money that I need to make. You feel me? If I'm not gonna stay home all day. So if I'm out and about, and say if Krishana got her new song is da 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 da. All right, I'm gonna go live, and I needed to broadcast on the TV channel. Oh, I don't get home for another 3 hours. Sorry, nuh-uh. I go to my smartphone, log into the site. The person's broadcasting live from where they are. You know what I'm saying? I have to if I want the business to be successful. It's not a need or a want. It's a have. I have to do it. So it depends on what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Now, keeping in mind Leslie's absence today, I have to bring up what I'm pretty sure she would bring up right now, and the difference between a relationship without a smartphone. Like, could you imagine being home with your partner and you're sitting there and you don't have TikTok to just doom scroll on? You know, it would bring a whole new dynamic to it's in, you know, romantic relationships, but also friendships.
And that's why,
because you're distracted. Like even if you're watching a series, you just grabbing your phone, checking stuff in between, and you're not paying attention to the movie or the series that you want to see. So not having a smartphone in your hand while being with your partner, friend, or whatsoever. Like even if you go to the restaurant, you see all the people sitting next to each other, or you know, like sitting at the table, and the only thing they do is scrolling through their phones. And we have like in Germany, we have this box in certain restaurants. They tried it out. They had like a tryout. They have like the box where you place your phone in this box and you're just not going to touch it while sitting at the table at the restaurant. So it's like and I think it's not bad. Like even if you just, you know, like take a break from social media for like 2 weeks, it's just a relief.
It just takes
online all the time, not being available 24/7 for everyone, because they be like, oh, I wrote you, why you didn't read my message, or you read my message but you didn't reply back. Like, what if you really want to talk to me, then call me. Just don't text me random shit or whatsoever it is, right? So
it takes a discipline. It takes discipline and intentionality. If you want to be intentional about not being caught up in it, then you will take the steps on your own to put the phone away or to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just simple as that. It's up to us to be intentional.
We're all addicts, bro. We're all damn addicts.
Show of hands, who's into astrology, believes in zodiac signs?
I believe
you know
in
your
that.
sign?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know that your sign may not be the one you think it is? It may have actually changed. Get ready, folks.
The sign itself?
Listen to this. This comes from NASA, all right? This is real science for once on Trending. NASA did the math and realized that the ancient astrological calculations were actually off. Turns out there are actually 13 signs, not 12. There's a new one. It's called Ophiucuis. Ophiucuus. Oh, it's for people whose birthdays between November 29th and December 17th. Okay, have any Ophiucuses here? Okay, so Matt and I, our birthdays are like 3 days apart. We were Capricorns.
What are you?
Now we're Sagittariuses.
No, I refuse.
Wait, no, it's good. Generous, idealistic, great sense of humor.
I like obsessive, compulsive, utterly neat.
Not like Matt. Okay, Al, you were a Leo. Congratulations, you still are. Creative, passionate, cheerful, and humorous. Hoda, you were a Leo.
Don't say were.
Girl, you're a Cancer.
Yes.
No.
That's good. Cancer's good. We're good.
No.
We're sensitive and stuff.
You're not a Cancer anymore. No, you're not. You're a Gemini.
Oh, wow.
Gentle, affectionate, adaptable, and curious. And I think that's you.
That's actually right. All right, I'll take it. Don't get nervous. It could be worse. You could be an Ophiucuis.
How do you say that?
I have no idea.
Ophiucuis.
Or under the sign of exit.
All right. So yeah, this changes kind of everything for real. When you know, first of all, how into astrology signs are you all?
So only because I like saying that I'm on my bush. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like being like I'm a Taurus. You feel me? Like I'm personally, like if we go deep, I don't follow the signs, and I don't feel like, oh, this person is this way because they are Cancer. So I don't, but knowing that I'm a Taurus, I like being the bull. You know what I'm saying? So I need to stay the bull. So I can't wait for these results, bro.
All right, you want to see them?
I want to see him.
All right. So I thought I had this one picture that I could share, but apparently I'm just gonna have to share the screen. But here we are.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here
All
we
right,
go.
so it's hard to see, but Blaze, when is your birthday?
May 6th.
May 6th. So you were new dates, old dates. Okay, you were a Taurus.
Uh-huh.
You are
not were. No, I ain't no word. What you mean? What you mean word?
Old dates, April 21st to May 21st was a Taurus.
New dates. Whoa. Are you saying? Are you trying to say that I am a Gemini? I'm an Aries?
Yep.
What the hell?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, you're fiery, bro. You're fiery.
Oh. But that's weird.
I was an Aries and I'm now a Pisces.
Yeah, then I switched too, I guess. I think I switched too, but
What's your birthday?
July 14th.
July 14th. Yeah, you were Cancer and now you're a Gemini.
Nah, that doesn't match.
And I mean, okay, so I'm not not big. I'm not big into the astrological signs. I don't.
I can
I
tell.
don't believe that you can just define someone over what the day they were born.
Type of character traits that is typical for a Cancer or for any type of zodiac sign.
Sure, but with this being said, now it's just everyone's gonna believe it's true with the new ones. Like you're suggested these things and then you identify with them. And I mean, are people going to be like, oh, you know what? I'm not as fiery as an Aries. You're right. I am more of a Pisces. You know what I mean? Like,
forget this. Hold on, man. Let me look at this crap. Traits of an Aries. This is horrible. Bro, what the hell is this? 15 male Aries traits. Oh my God.
Let's hear them.
All right, let's go. All right, so Aries are good communicators. Okay, I am. Their direct and honest approach helps make them an incredible number of connections and friends in their lives. I mean, it's facts.
Okay,
it's okay. Facts. They can be great friends and motivators, especially to those around them. Okay,
if that's not a Blaze Hunter thing, I don't know what is.
You know, Aries can be aggressive. You know, they're known for their powerful and bold character. Okay, I'm kind of liking this. An Aries man is upset or senses danger. It may show his anger by being confrontational. I mean, that ain't 100% true. You know, I'm not that. It says I'm demanding. I'm not demanding. This is BS.
Bro, that was 2 traits. You had like 4 traits that you agreed with.
I just wanted to say, like, come on now.
He is competitive. All right, they're ambitious. Okay, I like that. I am competitive. That's extra crazy. Social circumstances, they may participate in friendly competitions and demonstrate their skills and talents. Yes, sir. I'm petty and I talk a lot of trash. Yes, sir. He is impulsive. That's not true. I am not impulsive.
Okay.
He needs praise. No, I do not. I do not need praise. Acknowledge me. I do not need praise. He is hopelessly romantic. You're damn right. Baby. Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay.
What are the character traits for a Gemini then?
Gemini?
This is crazy.
All right, real quick. I was an Aries. I was all of those things that, you know, according to the birth chart, that would have been me, everything that Blaze just said. I am now a Pisces, which is compassionate, artistic, deeply emotional, especially empathetic, at least a little bit psychic.
Oh.
And often inclined to throw themselves into caring for others at all costs. I'm not gonna lie. That lines up though. Like it matches. Damn it.
That's you.
I may be a believer now. All right, let's look up Gemini.
This is crazy. I'm the ram now. I'm not the bull. So now I'm the cram.
And what were you before? You were a Cancer, right?
Mhm.
All right, so let's start with the Cancer traits. Her previous traits would have been emotional, intuitive, creative, sensitive, loyal, nurturing, and tender.
What is she now?
Okay, let's find out. Let's find out.
What is she
And
now?
now we got sociable,
Okay,
communicative,
she is.
That was
versatile,
She is.
curious, energetic, and impulsive.
That is like Cancer too. What are they talking about?
I feel like I feel like Cancer suits you more.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like even my friends who are Cancer, we got the same traits. Like we're really emotional people. We're empathetic. We're like harmony. We're loyal. We're honest. You know, like we're family type of people.
It's
So
crazy.
then now we're switching up the zodiac signs, what comes with different type of traits. I mean, yeah.
I would hate to be an Ophiucuis.
Well, okay, so that's I got that right here. Okay, I got the traits for that. But my question is, if this is a brand new sign, how do they know that these are the traits of that sign? But anyway, we got curious, passionate, open to change, explosive temper, good humor. Those are two very opposite things. Secretive,
toxic person,
sexually magnetic, dream interpreters. Okay.
What the hell? All right, so my girl's my queen's January 10th. Just what is she? What is she right now?
January 10th. It was a Capricorn. And she is now a Sagittarius.
What the hell? What's these damn traits? Oh hell. Got to make sure my household is not under attack. You know what I'm saying?
And like, okay, so people have like based their entire lives off of compatibility too with their relationships. Like, what about what if they're now not compatible?
That's what I'm saying. We was good to go.
Okay. You're gonna get the
so
peace back then.
Aries and what is she now? What is she now? Sagittarius, you said?
She's now a Sagittarius.
It's crazy. Aries and Sagittarius compatible. According, they are generally compatible. Both are fire signs. Okay, all right. After all, neither of these signs are known for holding grudges. That is big facts with us. Okay. We love, we have lots of adventure, have a good sense of humor, and strong attraction to each other. It's no cap. You feel me? Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
So are you a believer in the new system?
Yeah, I like being a tourist better. You feel me? But you know, I can't complain where I got put. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain.
I don't know. I don't really believe in it at any of it at all. And to me, the fact that they could just change it makes it that much less believable for me.
I mean, it's science, bro.
No.
If NASA said it, it's real.
We got a whole other topic on that then, bro. All right, let's run Blaze's question of the week.
All right, so imagine you could time travel, but only to relive one moment from your past. What moment would you choose and why?
All right, I'm gonna go first, and straight up, before I got back together with my lady now, I knew her in high school, and I used to tell my daughter that my favorite memory, my happiest memory, like the most free I ever felt. I was about 17 years old. And me, my lady now, and two of our good friends, we were in just driving around the city, parked in a Domino's parking lot, and sat in the back of my friend's truck, like the bed of his truck. It started snowing, like the most beautiful, peaceful kind of snow that you'll ever see. And we're just sitting there having the time of our life. And the Domino's closed, and they brought us 3 free pizzas. And we're sitting there in the back of my buddy's truck. The 4 17-year-olds as happy and as free as can be. And we're just eating this free pizza that just gave us. The snow's coming down. That was, to me, the freest moment I've ever had in my entire life. It was before I was an adult, knew the stresses of being an adult, all that. If I could go back and capture that one moment, feel that feeling of freedom again, I'd take it all day.
That's crazy. That's dope. Krishana?
I guess I would go back to the situation where I was going out, and they had like a contest going on regarding music, like rap contest, music contest, and I didn't take the chance. They're like, "Oh, you got to do this. You got to," you know. And there was a big audience, but at this time, I wasn't. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I can't do it." I was too shy. I was like, "No." And I had a similar situation years later, and I took the chance, even though one of my friends was invited to do the show there, and they just enrolled me up there and were like, "Okay, you just got to do it," right? And I was kind of scared and nervous, but I won that shit. I won some money.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, that's really dope. So yeah, I should have taken the chance earlier and just be more encouraged.
Brave.
Have the courage to do so. Just do whatever you feel like. Don't think about what other people think.
I wonder if that matches up with the
I was
sign.
I was just gonna say it was because you're not a Cancer anymore, so
Come on now.
All right, so here's my moment. So every year I go to Sunfest. My grandma took me to my first Sunfest when I was 2 years old, which was the very first one. There's a festival
What
here
is
in
Sunfest?
South Florida. It's a festival here in South Florida where they bring a bunch of musicians, entertainers, and there's a lot of food trucks and arts and crafts and all that stuff. So, and then they do fireworks or whatever. So since 2 all the way up to my adult years, been to every one. So when I was 17, my birthday is on May 6th. So the Sunfest is normally May 1st through like the 4th. So a few days before my birthday, Maya is performing in concert.
Okay.
And I got my way to damn near front row. So, so Maya gets to a part of her concert where she's like, I want to bring a lucky guy on stage. And of course, I'm extra hyped, pushing people out the way. She chooses me, sits me in the chair and asks me, how old are you, baby? If I was able to go back in time, I would not say what I said, which what I said was, I'm 17, turning 18 in 2 days.
Oh,
baby.
no.
Well, because you're not 18, I can't. That'll me off the stage.
No, dude.
So I would have just said I was 18. It would have been like, it took that serenation, baby. But yeah, so
that's crazy though.
Do you think even if you would have said you're 18, they would have checked your ID to make sure? No,
not on stage.
No, she wasn't checking on stage.
Well, usually they might do it now. They'd be just like, okay, just give me your ID, then you get on stage.
All right, Quashana's gonna run it.
Okay, so when we have a look at the education system out there in the state, which could be a little controversial compared to other education systems in the world, my question would be, or is, if you could change something, what would the first change will be, and why you decided to change it?
That's a tough question because of all the changes that need to happen. But Blaze, you got to answer. You want to go first?
I do. So what I would change is I would make the music programs not be an elective. I would make music in the history of music theory and all of it together to be a main class, because music is one of the biggest things in pop culture in everybody's lives. Everyone can say that some genre of music is the soundtrack of their lives, and music create a lot of different change. The stuff behind music, all the craziness and evil and politics behind the music business. There's so much of things that, in the music business that I feel like if you were educated at a younger age, a lot of people won't be as influenced as they are. There would be the, people use music and a lot of these things to influence a younger culture to do this, to have sex, to do whatever. People would be more eyes opened and educated on, so this is what they're doing. So this isn't really that real. Or, what I'm saying? And I just feel like there would be a lot less, I would say, crime and things, because if they made music a main thing, a lot of those activities would become more mandatory. You would find out if you had the skill to sing or to produce or to play an instrument or to be in the business or to be I feel like there are a lot of hobbies in that you will be able to find. So that's mine.
Well, I have two answers to this. Like, first of all, I wouldn't make so many classes required. I would have teachers spend more one-on-one time with kids so they could figure out their strong suits and they could focus on the strong suits. But if I could just make one general change, teach history in chronological order, please, because we spend our entire life growing up learning about the 1800s, and then we go back to the 1200s, and then we jump to the 800. It's too hard to keep up. If we were to just start at the beginning, I don't know what point you want to start at, but if we were just start at the beginning and we just, like going through school was like watching a really long show about the history of the world where you could keep up with it, what happened next. And it would be easier to understand like why certain things happened when they did, because you would remember what just happened in history. Like previously on in 1790, like.
So you 1700s in like kindergarten in.
Yeah, I'd probably start further back. I mean, I guess that's where the question is. Like, you really gonna be teach kindergartens about like medieval,
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Quashana, what do you think from the German perspective? What do you think?
Well, I think the most important thing that needs to be changed is make education affordable for everyone. Like, it's crazy if I compare the study fees in Germany, what we pay for education, and you guys over there, you need to have a scholarship. Otherwise, you're going to be paying off even working 20 years at a job. So over here, it's compared to the US, cheap. Like we pay, let's say, when I started off, it was like 250, 300 something a semester. For a semester.
Wait.
And when I didn't finish my studies on time, and then it was, I had different priorities back then, and it was a long term.
Hold on, whoa. You just
time out. Pause. How much?
It's like it was back then. It was like 200, not 300 euro per semester.
Quashana, I went
300 euros
per semester. Yeah, and then when you're long term, I think you have to pay 1,000.
Just to give you an idea, I went to a 21-month program, Full Sail University. I got a bachelor's degree. I am still in debt $85,000.
For everyone. Education should be free and not so expensive. That's why so many people depend on the scholarship over there, doing so much sports because they can't afford it, right?
End rant. All right.
What?
All right. If
close your mouth.
If aliens landed and you were appointed as the person to go and contact them, what do you say?
I think I would just say, hello, do you understand me?
I would tell them I will take you anywhere but to our leaders because they're embarrassing. I do not want aliens to meet the president of the United States. I don't care who it is at the time. It's not going to be a good situation.
You never know.
I do. Maybe another world leader. Maybe.
So ask the question one more time.
All right. So aliens land on Earth and you are appointed as the person who's going to go make contact with them for the first time. What do you say?
I am not your enemy. I am your friend. We homies. You feel what I'm saying? Now, these other two, not so much.
Hey.
Oh God.
I'd have to ask them, did y'all build the pyramids? Can we just get that hashed out right now? Were y'all the ones that did it? Because we've been talking about it for a long time.
Think about it. The pyramids, like if you look at from a satellite view, they're planted in like perfect. Like you feel what I'm saying? It's like it makes no sense. And then the way that they're made is like you got the top, but then if you dig down, it's like they're perfect in those places. We ain't do that.
Nope. Nope.
Couldn't have. It wasn't us. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all, man.
Think about the giant, perfectly carved statues that are freaking bigger than skyscrapers with the perfect eyes. Like, how did they know the exact amount to carve? There was no electronics, no machinery. Nah, bruh. Aliens, my G.
Aliens.
And that's the point. How you know that they will be able to understand you? Huh? What type of language do they speak?
Well, now you're getting too detailed. You know,
she's right. She's forget that. She's right. I feel like
you're gonna meet an alien right there in front of you for the first time, and you don't even know, like, do they understand me? What type of language do they speak? And I think when I'll make that clear, like to make sure nothing bad gonna happen to me, like me being friendly, I would offer them something to eat, or I don't know what they eat.
No, forget that. They might eat up. They might eat you. Hey, look. You see what I'm saying? Look. You know what? Now that was just very disrespectful. Now I got to go deeper to the question. The person that made the person who suggested that I be the first one to go, they're racist. That's what I feel. You're racist because you're putting me in a position to die.
Would you think this is a horror movie, bro?
I'm the guinea pig. They put me at the front line. You know, back in the day when they used to, like, it was terrible. They put all the black people in the front. We couldn't, like, when we're at war, we couldn't just automatically shoot. We had to wait for the other person to shoot. We got to continue to march while they're shooting us. Nah, bro, it's the same thing. It's racist, and I don't like it.
But I would ask them if they could take me for a trip. I mean, hello? They come in here, so yeah, we know, I don't know, we know everything. So the first thing would be like, oh, if I get you something that you want, like, I don't know, sightseeing, food, or whatsoever, can you take me there? I just want to see, you know, how it is.
We're
going on a trip on our favorite rocket ship.
I ain't trying to go on no trip. It depends on what the alien look like. You know what I'm saying?
They're not looking friendly. What's your thing? They're not looking like Teletubbies.
If they look like the Mars, the Attack on Mars aliens, maybe not so. Oh, hell no.
Do zodiac signs apply to aliens?
Huh? No.
They probably look like their zodiac signs.
Like with the moon, and ascendants, whichever you call the baby, with the position of the moon.
Freaking Aries, bro.
We've ruined Blaze's day. And on that note, it's been a great episode of Rapid Rants. You can catch us every single Friday at 3 p.m. on
the most prestigious network in the land, the Signature Series Network.